So every now and then you get a chance to go and chop it up with Ayesha Masood all the way in Pakistan.
Mhm.
How
Hi,
are you?
Chris. How I'm
Good.
doing good. How?
So I'm gonna let everyone know something about you that I've perceived just in the short time that I've gotten to know you. You're
Hmm.
19 years old. You're
Yeah.
very driven. You want to be successful. You're hardworking. And I look at you and I say to myself, this is the best that a 19-year-old can give of themselves. Anyone that's out there trying in life, just trying, worst thing that happens when you try in life to succeed is you fail. But that doesn't mean it's
Yeah.
the end of your life. That just means that that failure taught you lessons. And I look at you at 19 and I see a road ahead of greatness. I absolutely believe that greatness is your destiny.
Yeah, so do I. And
You're like
I
absolutely
think
right. I don't disagree with you. I am going to be great.
yeah. So I think anybody who has a journey for something greater, which I believe I do, there's always that first step. So I'm so glad the first step working with you is a first step for me. So I'm really glad that you gave me the opportunity, and I'm really glad that I'm here with you today and talking to you like this right now.
So a lot of the interviews that I've done in December, I've really focused on what people are trying to achieve with their lives and their journey in 2026. Tell me three
Mhm.
things that you want to achieve for yourself in 2026.
I would say first of all, it would be a lot of satisfying a lot of the thirst I have for intellectual knowledge, because I think in this world, the kind of world we're progressing in, it's becoming much and much more advanced, especially with AI. So I think the more you learn about different things, whether they are from your niche or not, you should really, go ahead and find out about those things in order to succeed in this world. The other thing would be to, of course, have a bit more financial freedom to, if you really want knowledge, maybe I want to go to college at some point, and for that maybe I'll be needing money, and so I want to be self-sufficient enough that I'm able to do all of those things, and be more self-driven. And another thing I would say would be maybe just to take a step further on the entrepreneurial journey that I am, because the end goal is, of course, to become an entrepreneur and, have some sort of an impact.
Well, I got to
I'm
stop you
still
right
yet,
there. I got to stop you right there. Don't
yeah,
fool
sure.
yourself. Do not fool yourself. You are an entrepreneur today. You are an entrepreneur today.
Yeah.
You don't have to get there. You're there. You're paying the price by staying up late, waking up early. You're paying the price by doing extra work, by learning as much as you can. You are an entrepreneur. You are a 19-year-old entrepreneur.
That's very nice to hear. And so, yeah, I think that's all. And, just I just really want to see where this goes. Of course, when you're way ahead in the journey, you still don't see this milestones that will map out the whole journey. But of course, I'm going along and, just swimming and see where it leads me to.
All right, so let me ask you a question. I've done 259 interviews this year, podcast interviews, using AI to introduce me to podcasters. That's
Mhm.
helped me build my brand to where I'm speaking at events, getting a lot of deal flow, getting recognition, book offers, the whole nine yards.
Mhm.
How big is 2026 going to be for you in the form of doing podcast interviews where, just like this right now, people are asking you questions and want to learn about you?
Oh, I think it's going to be huge. In the part of the research that I do simultaneously while working for you, and while also working for myself, is that AI going to commoditize everything else, and the only thing that it leaves behind is creativity, taste, and storytelling. So I think the form of podcasting it's such a great way to be more, get to know more people, and introduce a network. Because all the time especially in my generation, we're looking to network. How do we network? How do we network? And this is a long form of talking to people, is I think the best form of networking. So I think it's going to be a lot. It's going to be I really, one of my big aims is, to get to know more people, and at the same time call more people on my podcast, and what we're doing right now, multiply it by 10, and go up 10
Just
steps.
multiply by 10. How about by 300?
Multiply it by 1,000. I mean,
Yeah. I think if you did 100 podcast interviews where people interviewed you in 2026, that would take your personal brand and create a lot more content around your brand, and people would get to know you. And when people get to know you, they get a chance to like you. And when they get a chance to like you, they get interested in doing business with you, engaging with you. So there's going to be more opportunities at the end of 2026 once you've done all those interviews. It's a matter of putting in the work and doing those interviews.
yeah, absolutely.
Are you excited about 2026?
Oh, I'm really excited. I have a lot of things on my mind, and we're just getting started. And of course, as you move forward, you get more ideas and you put more things into action. So, of course, that's always going to be part of the journey.
So you've had a chance to work with me and my team for like 30 days now. Tell me
Yeah.
three things that you've learned a little bit about AI, because AI is a big part of my journey in the road ahead. I absolutely positively am all in on AI. I believe that AI is literally something that everybody today has got to get AI to work for them. You have to find ways to get AI to do work for you.
Yeah, so I would say in a lot of ways, actually. I mean, just seeing how Champion AI is such a niche tool that so many of these coaches, entrepreneurs that we interview, really actually need. When we call them to a podcast, we're giving them value, but once they get to use Champion AI, the value is further
When you get a
extended.
chance to chop it up with Oops.
So,
Sorry about
uh,
that.
no worries. So, uh, just having access to that thing is making your life so much easier. And, working with you, I never really thought, we've always heard about AI, and, how it's making lives easier, and how it's, doing so many things for us. But seeing that in action, and especially seeing it being applied in such a niche way, is something really mind blowing. And just the way we post content, and the way Don is working behind the scenes, and he posts these video, he writes the descriptions and
Did
all of
Don
this.
get you your content for your first video?
Oh, no, not yet. I don't think he's replied yet.
Yeah,
I think
I think it's his morning right now, so he'll be up and at 'em pretty soon.
yeah.
So
So
you've got your channel started right now, and you're starting to fill it with content. How does it feel as you start building out your YouTube channel and your content?
it's different. It feels like you're stepping out of your comfort zone, because how I've never been really out there. I was kind of the kid in school who kind of stood out, but not in such a visible way. I didn't go on many international platforms. So being out there for anybody to see is something new, but at the same time extremely exciting. So I think it's something that I really want to continue. And like I said, in this world where AI is commoditizing everything else, storytelling and having a personal brand is something we all need to do. Because when there's going to be the doubt of everything being AI, there has to be somebody unique, or somebody with a real personality behind. So I think people will love to connect with that, and I'm really excited to be doing that, in the future.
So talk a little bit about what it's like to be an entrepreneur, but in a different country. Like you're in Pakistan, but a lot of
Mhm.
your connections. Your first interview that we did was with Taylor, who's here in I want to say Kentucky or Louisville, and
Yeah.
you're literally able to reach out and create valuable connections with people that are so far away from you. Talk a little bit about what that feels like from your perspective, being an entrepreneur in a different country.
So I've Here in Pakistan, the way things are is you don't find many people like you, like even like myself, to connect with. So I've always been kind of a hermit. I've always been on, my devices and, trying to connect with people online. And that's how I've built, the comfort and just the habit of talking to people internationally and, being a bit eloquent with and fluent with talking to strangers. So in Pakistan, if the things that I'm doing with you, maybe if I were to go outside and tell some of my people or some of the relatives that I have that this is what I'm doing, they'd be staring at me like, what are you doing? So of course, it's something different than what I'm used to. It's something much different than what's the culture here. But I would say that I have this necessary support, I have the necessary means to just be able to do this. And of course, it's different. It's kind of hard as well, especially if you're out there and if you're being seen, because the culture here is a bit conservative. So they it could really hold you down a bit. But my family is supportive enough that I'm able to uh, be a step ahead and work with you.
Let's talk
So
about your family for a second. Have you told your
go.
family about your journey on how you're literally getting involved with an AI company and how you're building your own personal brand using podcasting?
Oh yeah, I have, and it's like I said, since it's not the traditional role, and it's something very unorthodox. They are proud, and they are the ones who've provided me the means to be here. So they are helping me in what I'm doing.
Who's more excited, your mother or your father?
Oh, I would say my father, because he's always been also, just like me. We're very similar in personalities. So, he's very excited to see me out there. And I would also say my mother, but she's a bit on the scared side. Oh my God, what are you doing? What if something happens? What if somebody does some fraud with you? And I'm like, no, mom, that's not how it works. So all of those things, of course, are happening simultaneously, but it is good.
So, Joe Rogan, you know him. He's a very big podcaster in the United States, right?
Yeah, I think I do.
You've seen some of his episodes.
Maybe, not sure.
Bald guy, he does all the big interviews.
Yeah, maybe.
So, Joe Rogan's bald. I'm bald. Are you afraid that
Hmm.
you're going to have to start shaving your head in order to be successful at podcasting?
Oh, I'm afraid I might have to, but I think my hair are pretty nice. My hair are pretty nice. I have a different hair, so I love my hair. So I'm
Yeah, exactly. Trust me, don't shave it. So, what's the name of your podcast?
the name of my podcast is Audacious with Ayesha, which simply means is you have to have audacity in life. So come and be audacious with Ayesha.
Now, think about that for a second. You're 19 and you've got a podcast called Being Audacious with Ayesha. And if you think
Mm-hmm.
about it, that's perfect. Like, you have to be audacious. You have to be at the age of 19 because you're trying to accomplish something bigger than most people in your area. You're trying to create a personal brand. You're trying to
Yeah.
become a famous podcaster in your country. So when you think about that for a second, what does it mean to you to be audacious?
I think it really means to say some things that other people might be afraid to say, or other people might hold back,
Overcoming
or
fear is a big deal.
yes, exactly. And my generation especially struggles a lot with people pleasing. They struggle a lot with, just saying a few things with the fear that, their family might get to them or their friends may not like them anymore. So I think you really have to be audacious, and especially if you're on the journey to become, if you, especially if, like you said, I am an entrepreneur. So if I am an entrepreneur, really, you really have to have audacity to do so many certain things. So yeah, that's what, being audacious means. And of course, it can have so many other meanings, but the core of it is, just have the audacity to do anything, say anything, and, be anyone you want to.
Now, becoming fearless, overcoming your fears is super important as an entrepreneur. One thing that entrepreneurs do really well is they handle and deal with fear in life better than most people. How do you deal with fear?
I deal with fear by preparing, early in school, whenever I had exams and, you fear of getting a bad grade. So I think preparation beats any fear. And of course, other than that, I'm quite a religious person. So I really like connecting with God and, just trusting in the divine and,
So faith matters.
yes, faith, of course. I think faith absolutely matters. I don't think you can go much far in life without faith in at least something. So, so yeah, combined those things really, help you when overcoming fear.
So I always tell people God has a plan for my life. God has a plan for your life.
Yeah.
Do you think that God has a plan for your life in bringing us together?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I never told you this. I actually manifested being with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
So
did.
this is actually important because I tell people all the time, if you can see it and you can believe it, you
Mm-hmm.
can make it happen. There's a lot of things that people say, "Oh my," I have so many friends and so many people throughout my life that have said, "You can't do that's impossible. That's never going to work. Why would that work?" And then I go ahead and do them anyhow, not because of what they said, but because of what I believed, because of my faith. And when you have faith in yourself, you can do anything. So tell me a little bit about manifesting something and putting it in your brain, because when you put something in your brain, a little bit of magic happens.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I really believe that when God puts a vision in your head, when He gives you the desire of something, it is meant for you. So, you should absolutely 100% go out and chase it. And so that's what I did. I didn't know what exactly was I manifesting when I was but I wanted an opportunity. I knew I had potential, but I didn't know how to prove my capability to somebody who, probably in this world where it's so competitive and, people are fighting for jobs. So, how would I be able to, prove myself and, just be out there?
Awesome.
And
Go ahead.
then in, you came in and you literally offered me this, and it was so quick, and I was really shocked to my core, and it was really that moment. Do you remember I asked you, why are you doing this? And you literally pointed up, and the whole faith thing of having the faith all the time, and just believing that something will come to me. It was really, that was the moment it was proved to me.
Yeah, I actually think that God wants me to help you. I think God wants me to elevate you. Now, in a short period of time, less than 30 days, you've had a chance to achieve some small milestones. Got your first interview done with Taylor, got a chance to do an interview with me. You're starting to really get comfortable outlining your channel, your YouTube channel, and it's slowly but surely gaining momentum. How does that feel putting in that work and then starting to see the results?
Well, it's a great feeling, seeing yourself doing so much work, and we have different time zones, and I try to adjust my time zone around yours, so we're able to cooperate properly, and so it's been good, and seeing results, and actually feeling myself getting out of my comfort zone, and trying these new things, other than the small milestone, just the feeling that I'm doing something different, and I'm putting myself out there is so refreshing.
I think that's refreshing too. I think as a young entrepreneur, and I'm going to say female entrepreneur, it's
Mhm.
exciting for me to see what you do with this over the next year. You're first of all involved in AI with our company. Number two,
Mhm.
you're involved in setting up your own podcast. That's a big deal because it's your personal brand. You're putting your touch on it. It's your brand. You're promoting yourself. And over the next year, for me personally, it's exciting to watch somebody like you take that opportunity and run with it. I love watching people build something. And every day when you add a new video or a new clip or a new short or some new content out there for your audience, every day that you do that, it's like you're putting a brick on your building, what you're building for yourself. And that's impressive. That's impressive to watch because a lot of people don't invest time in themselves. They don't invest time in chasing their own goals and dreams. They usually, they give it a couple of weeks or maybe 30 days. Oh, it's too hard. I don't want to do it anymore. Oh my God, I got to do this. Oh my God, I got to upload that new video. Oh my God, I got to do another hour podcast. And after a while, they quit on themselves. You
Yeah.
cannot quit. You have to have faith in yourself. God's faith in people is almost like this every day. God made
Mhm.
you to be great. When he brought you into this world, he whispered in your ear, "Greatness is your destiny, my child." And his faith in people is always here. But a lot of people have their faith in themselves right here. At the very
Yeah.
least, you should match God's faith in you. You should be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, hey, if he has faith in me right here and thinks I can be great, I want to have faith in myself. I want to match that enthusiasm." And every day I tell people, imagine that God is at the end of your bed when you're opening up your eyes and waking up. And he's sitting there eating a bag of popcorn. He's looking at you and he's like, "Aisha, I cannot wait to see what you do with this day. You are going to crush it." And then you're in the bathroom and you're brushing your teeth. He's still eating the popcorn. He's like, "Aisha, you got a great day ahead of you. You're going to crush it today." I always tell people if he was standing there in a white robe with a big white beard and eating popcorn and literally excited for what you were going to do with that day, imagine what you would do with that day if God was literally right there next to you cheering you on.
Yeah. I mean, you would really, go out and give your 100% best and, not even worry about failing because, God is right there.
He's the guy with the popcorn. You'd be
Yeah.
like, "Yo, God, can I have some of that popcorn? I'm a little hungry this morning."
Yeah.
All right, so I like leaving and ending every podcast with an inspirational message. I want you to do me a favor and look right into the camera and talk to one person right now, and give them an inspirational message about getting off their couch and chasing their dreams and becoming passionate about building their life in 2026.
I would really just say, and two is whether you think you can or you can't, you're absolutely right. Whether you were born with the feeling or you weren't, you can create the feeling. And if you were born with it, then you've already won. So if you have either one of those things, whether that's drive, passion, or just the ability to be an instrumental person and help others, then you will 100% be able to succeed, whether that's a different path, whether you have a different path than entrepreneurship or anything else, you will 100% succeed. So you got to believe it before you see it.
Awesome. She is Ayesha Masood. She is 19. She is somebody you have to keep an eye on. She is going to literally set 2026 on fire. I am super glad we had this time tonight, Ayesha.
Same, me too. It's really nice talking to you, Chris.
Awesome.